Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for October 2024. I hope that you can hear me properly. I feel like I've got my mic attached to me in a bit of a weird way today, so hopefully there's not rustling sounds and stuff like that. But anyway, how are you? How are you doing? How was your September? Feel free to share. So first of all, I will thank you as always for supporting the channel, whether it's through watching the videos, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, whatever. It's all appreciated. But I also want to thank you because somehow I think you've triggered something new about the way that I get messages. If you've seen the channel before, you've noticed that I do meditations before each reading and I get messages through the meditations. It's not the first time I've gotten stuff come in, like when I was I can't even talk, preparing, preparing things for the reading, like getting the cards ready, etc., lighting the candle, all of that. But I didn't really pay that much attention to it before. But this time, as I was preparing your reading, I distinctly felt like I was getting messages. And it's just that sense of proper awareness of it. It's not like, oh, that's just a random thought. I might or might not mention it in the video. It's like, no, this is significant. It's gonna be relevant for someone. So as I've been preparing for your reading, I feel a bit weird saying it, I'll be honest with you, but I kept on hearing the Thong Song by Cisco. I actually didn't like it, and I'm probably more indifferent to it now, but I've never really been keen on it. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that keen on it. It was on replay and I kept on trying to ignore it and say, oh, for God's sake, why am I even thinking about this? I don't even like the song. This is ridiculous. But it kept on coming through. So it was like, this is a message. I need to mention this in Sagittarius's reading. Obviously, it may mean something. You may already know what that means to you, if it does mean something to you. Messages that I got with that is, so I was born in the 1980s. So a lot of my childhood memories are mainly like from the 90s. And it's also one of my favorite periods of time that we've experienced. Like I'm just obsessed with the 90s, like musically especially. I'm just obsessed with music from the 90s. So like 90s R&B, 90s hip hop. I mean, I do like other genres of music as well, but that's like my main, like my number one. I'm pretty open. I've got pretty eclectic taste when it comes to music as well. But yeah, that's like my favorites. And the thing that I feel I remember the most about the 90s is it was just such a, well, from my memory, obviously everybody's got their own experience. It was just such a free time. And like with the Thong Song, there were a lot of songs around that time, and I know it's not just in the 90s, it's happened in previous decades as well, where you've got songs that are just absolutely silly and ridiculous, but you enjoy them and you can have a laugh with them, and you can enjoy doing silly dances and singing along to karaoke or whatever in your own home. And it's just silly, but it's fun and it's light-hearted and it's free, isn't it? It's just, I mean, it is one of the most ridiculous songs ever invented, but I do appreciate the fact that it's just fun and it's out there, and yeah, it's whatever. It's someone expressing themselves as they choose and everybody just having fun with it, and that's the point. And I feel like with that message, it's about, can you remember a time in your life, whatever it is for you, whether it's a decade, a place you were in, where you just felt really fun and free and you could just be yourself in all your silliness and whatever? And maybe think on those memories, because that might help you now. I don't know what's going on with you, but there might be something beneficial about that. Or is there something from that type of period in your life that was fun and free that you want to revive now? That's the message that I got from that. So yeah, as I say, that came through without me meditating or anything. It just was very strong, like not just the song, but the meaning, that meaning, and then obviously apply your own meaning if you have another one. Maybe it's your favorite song, who knows? If it is, more power to you. It is like completely out there, and that's fine. So when I was starting the meditation, getting a lot of songs for you today. So I started to hear Kanye West. He's one of the first songs I'm aware of that he ever did, called "Through the Wire." That I think he'd had a car accident and he had to have a wire put in his jaw because of his injuries. But I'm aware that he used a sample from Chaka Khan's "Through the Fire." And I had to check actually, because I do love Chaka Khan, but that's not one of her songs that I really know. Like I even had to check the title. I thought, was her song called Through the Wire or Through the Fire? And I thought, it's Through the Fire, isn't it? I think. So I did look it up. And That came through strongly, and I was like, I wonder what that means. And I got curious, so obviously I looked it up because I'm a nosy person. And you may want to look that up yourself. It might mean something to you. I'll read just the chorus part. So it says, I can hear the tune in my head, but it's not a song I know very well. So through the fire, to the limit, to the wall, for a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, through whatever, come what may, for a chance at loving you, I'd take it all the way, right down to the wire, even through the fire. And I forgot to mention before I even said this actually, was it when they're through the, I think it was before they're through the wire, through the fire thing came in. I was thinking about the whole concept of the thong song and how out there it was, and thinking about Sagittarius energy, and I was sort of thinking, oh, is Sagittarius kind of like a risk-taking energy that would put out a crazy-ass song and not worry about whether or not it's going to be successful? So that risk-taking energy, and I think, I mean, Sagittarius can be associated with luck and gambling and stuff, so I guess it is a risk-taking energy. But yeah, so I think there's something here about being able to take huge risks. And I know, I mean, feel free to like look up the song or look up the lyrics, and it might have meaning to you as well. So I heard that through the rest of the meditation. I saw a fire, no surprise there, but it was like a fire at a beach party. And then there was something about gate crashing the beach party, but it was gate crashing it makes it better. And I got the message that there's something that you bring that makes the fire. It was I was seeing the fire in the beach party like get better, but not in a way where it like injures people, but just like bigger, brighter. So it's like something you bring to the party, whatever the party is for you, makes it brighter, and that attracts more people to the party. So feel free to share if that means something very specific to you. I know it's going to resonate with at least one person, because it wouldn't come up so strong if it wasn't going to. But anyway, we're going to get on with your reading. As I do this reading for October as well, I know I've talked for quite a while through your video, but just a lot came in. I will be bearing in mind that we have a new moon solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October. So we're in eclipse season, and it's big, and I felt it, and you may want to look up more on that. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm tempted. Should I put a couple of articles up? I've seen some decent articles, but yeah, feel free to look it up yourself. We also have Pluto going direct in Capricorn on the 12th of October, which I'm praying will bring some positive shifts, because I've been stuck in like a 15 or so year cycle with Pluto in my 6th house, and I'm sick to death of it now. I'm happy, well, not happy. I'm willing to learn the lessons, but it's dragged on, and it's like, please tell me I've learned all the lessons now and I can get out of this and go into a new cycle. So I'll bear that in mind. We're going to start your reading now. We're going to begin with a Sacred Destiny Oracle card, and then at the end we'll get something from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck for you as well. So, if you are still here after all of my talking, let's get your message from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. What do we need to know for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for October 2024, please? Right, you have... I'm not shocked. We've got fulfillment, and I did speak about that whole vibe from the 90s that I have, about the joy and the enjoyment, finding enjoyment and having fun and just being silly and out there. So is that going to be a part of the fulfillment? And look, there's a moon. I've noticed that you're about my, God, what are you, my 7th or 8th reading? 8th. I think you're my 8th reading that I've completed for October so far. And a lot of the cards from they've had a full moon in the image. I mean, the deck doesn't, not all of them have a full moon. In fact, most of them don't, to be honest, but I've noticed the ones with full moons are coming out a lot. So as I said, we've got a new moon solar eclipse on the 2nd of October. I think the next full moon is in Aries on it's mid October, and again Aries is another, I would consider Aries to be like a trailblazing type energy, so that is a bit of a risk-taking energy as well, isn't it? So we're starting off with that one, fulfillment. Let's get your tarot cards out for you. So what else do we need to know for... I nearly called you Aries. This is the 3rd time I've done that in a reading where I nearly called someone Aries. So I don't know if that full moon is just a really big deal and it's going to affect everyone, or if there is an Aries. I know Aries, the North Node is in Aries. Yeah, the North Node is in Aries. So actually it could be that as well. That's significant. There might be stuff going on. As I say, I'm not a professional astrologer, so you might want to look that up. Right, what else do we need to know for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising? So I don't even know where that came from, but we're going to do it this way. Okay, so right, I'm taking 7 off the bottom because they're going to give me like an underlying energy. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So it is a new spread. You're the second group to experience this. I kind of started off half of the readings doing it with my old method, and then I kept on feeling like it wasn't right. So I thought I've got to try a new method now. Okay. So I'll have a look at the message in the card, in the oracle card, and then I'll get onto the tarot cards for you. So the fulfillment card says, laden peach tree, the peach tree blooms early, and because of this, oh Lord. So yeah, I'm laughing because obviously the thong song, it's people having their arses out, and peaches have a similarity to people's arses, don't they? So yeah. The peach tree blooms early, and because of this, it is often a symbol of spring and the renewal of life. It is also the Chinese symbol of a happy marriage and of fertility. In some traditions, it stands for immortality. Ripe peaches are also portend fertility, fecundity, which can't even remember what that means, and great fulfillment. In Korean traditions, the peach represents happiness, riches, honors, and longevity. In the Renaissance, peaches represented the heart and love and speaking the truth from one's heart. That actually was that Through the Wire song, isn't it? That was speaking the truth from one's heart. Right, the sacred landscape wants you to know fulfillment is at hand no matter what is occurring in your life. Put your attention on what is splendid, pleasurable, and luscious. Find bliss in the moment, love fully, deeply, without hesitation. Cherish your friendships, fill your life with people, experiences, and places that give you delight. Let go of people and things that don't feel empowering and that drag your energy down. You no longer need to put the needs of others ahead of your own needs. If you've had any health issues, a ripe peach represents a return to better health. Savor your life with gusto and with grace. Experience and embrace life in all its permutations. If you want to conceive a baby or a new project or start a new relationship, this card is an excellent omen for a great outcome. Well, in terms of like the fun, that does refer to that. So the meditation connected, because sometimes the meditation and the other messages are just separate. Right. This is your like your main focal energy, like the heart of the matter. You've got connection there. It could be a relationship of any kind, romantic or not, but it's connection, it's heart connection, heart-based connection above all. What's the underlying energy? We've got the 7 of Wands there. Okay, let's do some clarification on that and see what we get. I don't know why I'm fussing with it now because I want it to be neat, but you've got the 7 of Wands there, so that can be the need to stand up for that, standing up for the types of connections that you want. Again, in the fulfillment card, it spoke of connecting to things that bring bliss and releasing what doesn't. So you may feel at present like you're having to stand up for whatever it is that feels like your bliss, like fighting for it through the fire. What was it? Through the fire to the limit, to the wall. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I said it at the beginning. So right, we've got the Ace of Wands. That's that fire, that's that spark. You are that. I think you are that. From what I saw in that meditation, where you coming to that gate crashing that party makes the fire burn brighter. It's like you have that spark within you. Even if you don't feel it right now, you've got the spark within you to make things better. Right, so there's the pleasure with the 9 of Cups and the enjoyment. We've got the Hermit. So you may not even know what it is that, how do I put that? it may be that you've had to do, or you need to do, some soul searching around what your bliss is at this point in time. So that may be why I said, remember, go back to a time when you were happy and free and joyful and blah, 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 because that might be relevant. It might be that actually, that there's a bit of soul searching needed. It's like the spark's there, but there's a bit more internal investigation needed to kind of figure out what is my bliss really at this point in time, because it changes with time as well, doesn't it? You've got the Star there in reverse. Let me just get one for the Star on its own, because why is it in reverse? Try that again. Okay, something's missing. That's why. With the Eight of Cups there, something's missing, and that's why the Fulfillment card would come up, because something's missing. So it's like a bit of a journey, the Hermit. This person in the Eight of Cups, it's a bit of a journey now to explore what your bliss is. Yeah, okay. Could be about how to get your bliss, but it does feel like for some it's going to be, what is my bliss now? I have the spark, but what is my true bliss? What is my true sense of fulfillment now? So we're going to look at now the past. We've got the High Priestess as a past energy with the World. What do we need to know about the High Priestess and the World, please, as past energies? I think it means that you knew in the past what you wanted and what would make you happy, but things have changed. Things have changed. It's a different time of your life now. It's a different phase of your life, and things have changed. We've got the Queen of Wands there, fire energy. So you've got quite a bit of fire energy going on. Well, I kept on seeing fire, so I guess that is fire, and your fire energy as well. Nine of Swords. Four of Cups and the Lovers. So the Lovers is actually Gemini, isn't it? But I know there's a fire here, but it is giving me more of the Queen of Wands fiery desire type energy. I think it's the knowing, it's the awareness that, yes, you have a spark and you have that energy within you, but I think you've already been made aware that something's missing now, that there's something missing where you're not satisfied. There's worry here with that Nine of Swords. You might have been worried about whether or not you'd get your happiness again or set your sense of bliss again. That comes to mind, but there's a spark. There's definitely a spark with the Queen of Wands and the Lovers there. Let's just get one for the Lovers. I get the sense there's a desire to be free. There's a desire to be independent. There's a desire to be liberated. That's something that comes up here. This Chariot, there's a Chariot on the bottom. The Chariot's on the bottom, and it's like freedom of movement. So for some, it could be financial freedom because you've got the Queen of Pentacles there, but there's a desire for that sense of freedom. I'll take that back and put these on top. So that was a past energy. So I think you know this already now. And if you're at a point where you just feel like something's missing and you don't know why, then this is kind of giving you a bit more insight into that, because you want your bliss and you're not sure what it is anymore or how to get it. Right, we've got the challenge here. You've got the Ten of Pentacles and you've got the Star. So yeah, I said financial freedom with knife. So for some, it really could be, there could be a financial element to it. Maybe you want financial success and that's part of your bliss, and that's a wish and a hope that you've got. Something around commitments as well. So for some, you got a couple of cards that could indicate marriage. You got the Four of Wands, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. For some, the dream could be that you want a good marriage, or a marriage in general, or a committed relationship. What else am I getting from that? Overall, it's something where your hopes and dreams are to commit to something. There's something that you may want to commit to long term, or you want it to be long term abundance and fulfillment rather than temporary. What else do we need to know for the Ten of Pentacles and the Star as the challenge? Seven of Cups again, that where I said it's like you don't even necessarily know what your bliss is anymore or how to get it. So I think the challenge is the Tower. Right, the Tower, the Three of Pentacles. What else? One more, please. The World. I feel like now, with these that have come up, so with the High Priestess and the World that came up here, I think that's more of an internal change. And it's almost like you've outgrown your world in a way and your life in a way, and that can be part of what's missing. There's probably a drastic change that's needed here. There's a drastic change that needs to happen or needs to be accepted for things to physically change as well. But it feels a bit internal now, looking at those kind of things. It's like, you know, when you're in a situation and you feel in your heart something's missing and something's not right, but on the surface, it could be, it can vary, kind of. It can absolutely be a sack of shit on the surface, or it could be okay, but just in your heart, you know, something's not right. But as I say, it's like there's a drastic change needed here with the Tower and the World. You've got the Three of Pentacles. As I say, drastic change needed in order to bring things together in the way that you need to. You may need to collaborate with, there may need to be a change in who you collaborate with. And that can be in different ways, whether it is in terms of your relationships with people or situations or environments. A change needed there to go into the new cycle, to physically go into the new cycle. So that's the challenge. So the hope is there, the wishes are there, but it's bringing it into that physical reality with that Ten of Pentacles. So the Empress is any kind of external factor that's affecting things. We've got the Empress and the Three of Swords. For someone, it could be a fertility issue here, because it mentioned fertility in the fulfillment card. So someone could be wanting to have a baby. If you or anyone you know has had a miscarriage or anything like that, I'm really sorry. I'm not predicting one. I'm saying if it's already happened, because the Three of Swords is already here. So that would be something that's already happened. Someone may have lost their mother already. I'm not predicting that. Okay, I've just got losing. Someone may have already lost their mother, or their mother is terminally ill. So I'm sorry if that's something you're experiencing, but that's the first message I'm getting from that, or first messages I'm getting from that. And that, I mean, obviously the fertility thing, obviously if your fulfillment was to have a kid, and that's an experience you've had with miscarriage or whatever, obviously that is a factor that you don't have control over, that it hurts. What can you say? Again, if there's something with someone losing a mother, or the mother's already passed away, that will impact your life. I mean, for someone, it could even be that you were the main carer for a mother, and now that they've passed away, it's like, right, well, what do I do now? Where do I go? My whole life was taken up by caring for that person, and you may not feel like you know what you want now. And it's kind of, now is the time when you're going to have to consider what it is that you want to be happy. Another thing as well, because that mother thing is coming up so much, is someone's mother may have had, there may be a kind of like a codependent relationship there if the mother's still alive. Well, it could have happened if someone's lost a mother or the mother's passing away as well. But a codependent relationship where it could have held you back a lot in life. And the codependency can be on both ends, either or both. Let's see what else comes up for that Empress card with the Three of Swords as an external factor, because this is anything outside of yourself that influences things. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So again, in terms of fertility, Seven of Pentacles, for me, you could consider it a card of fertility as well. So if someone's trying for a baby or something, it may be that whole thing of, should I even try it again? Is it even worth trying again, or am I just going to be disappointed? I've got another message as well, but I need to say it before it disappears, because that happens, and it's gone already. Oh, in terms of abundance, so the Empress could represent abundance, just abundance in general as well. And it's experiences you've had where you've tried to create that abundance, but it just seems like you can't, in the external world, make it happen in the way that you want to. And again, disappointment. It's a sense of, is it even worth trying again? So we've got the Page of Cups. Oh, wow. Yeah, that thing with the child pregnancy and stuff is coming up quite a lot. It's like the feeling of it. You've got a Page of Cups there now. It's not the only meaning, but that's the feeling. But yeah, so in general, fertility matters aside, it's that vulnerability to try something again, even though you've been hurt. There's that. Or the vulnerability to, I'm hearing BU. So again, for someone, if anyone's had a codependency theme going on in their life with a mother or mother figure, or if there's a loss of a mother or something like that, again, it's the need to open up and be you and share that with the world. And expressing yourself is something that should make you feel joy, shouldn't it, in theory? Let's get one more. The High Priestess. High Priestess. It's about bringing it out into the open, isn't it? It almost makes me think with that High Priestess, it's repression now. So either it's like a repressing something because you don't want to be disappointed and hurt again, or it's repressed because you've had other shit to deal with. But it's like now's the time to let it all out and express yourself like freely, like that thong song that whoever wrote that. You know what, good on you whoever wrote it, because it's absolutely nuts, but a lot of people enjoyed it and had fun with it. Yeah. So looking at the Page of Cups again is anything that you may need to be more aware of. So the unknown again. Oh wow. Page of Cups and Knight of Cups, that's that vulnerability, that's that dream, that's what your heart wants. Whatever it is that your heart wants, it's hidden. You need to be more aware of that. Well, which I said at the beginning of the reading anyway, that it's like someone doesn't know what their joy is anymore. So it's bringing that out into the light, being aware of it, acknowledging it, whatever it is that you need. It's like finding your bliss. Yeah, Page of Wands, it's being willing to go on that journey. And I've already said be vulnerable, but it's just that sense of freedom and that willing to be an explorer and to be curious and go for something just because that's what your heart wants to do. So the Seven of Swords wanted to come out, and that's sometimes it's taking a risk. One of the meanings for me it can have is taking a risk. So it may feel risky doing what your heart wants, but with the Death card, the change, again, I'll reiterate, the change is needed. And then we have the Devil, but it's held back. Let me get one just for the Devil. Held back again with the Hanged Man. It's like keeping it inside. So it's like you got to let it out. Okay. I mean, you may need more time to reflect on it as well, because we did get the Hermit at one point, didn't we? So you may need more time to reflect on what it is you feel is your joy and what your heart wants. Take that one back actually. So we're going to look at now the potential future energy. We've got the Four of Wands, and the word rebuilding is coming to mind. Rebuilding. What else do we have there? Six of Swords. Okay. Four of Wands, Six of Swords. Okay, that does make sense. I was going to say, okay, I just said rebuilding and then you got Six of Swords. But that makes sense, because if there's already a foundation that's established and you move away from the established foundation or move on, then you are going to need to rebuild, aren't you? So that does actually make sense now that I've said that. What else do we need to know about the Four of Wands and Six of Swords? Six of Wands, again, it's that recognition of what your heart wants. The recognition, the need to be seen and heard, and to do that for yourself before anyone else can do it for you. Five of Swords. I mean, the first thing I'll say is to get out of any kind of self-sabotaging energy. So the type of energy where you have negative self-talk, you tell yourself it's a stupid idea. I'm still thinking about that thong song. I'm just thinking, I don't hate the song, I'm not a big fan of it. And as I said, I give whoever wrote it props, and I give Cisco props for putting it out there, because there are a lot of things in life that we think that's insane or that's ridiculous, but you can still respect people for doing it, can't you? Because they had the balls to do it. And I'm just thinking, when those lyrics were taken to whoever, producer or whatever, what did they think when they read that? And that's what I connect with, that Five of Swords energy. Would someone have looked at it and thought, what the hell is this? Or would someone immediately have looked at it and thought, wow, that's really creative? I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever your idea is, or whatever it is your heart wants, I think you have to look at it, rather than looking at it with the whole that's ridiculous frame of mind. I think you have to look at it and think, you know what, this is actually amazing, and I need to have the balls to do this. But it's just making me laugh thinking about the thong song. Anyway, we've got the Two of Wands here. You have a choice. This theme has come up a lot for me, and I think it's coming up for a lot of people actually. It's not just for me, that we have the power to choose. And Gemini's reading. So Gemini is opposite Sagittarius in the zodiac, isn't it? And their reading was called The Power of Choice. I reveal some secrets in that video, by the way. I don't know why Gemini gets all my secrets, but if you've got Gemini significantly in your birth chart, or you just feel like it for the hell of it, you might want to watch that. But yeah, the power of choice. I know that's, as I said in the Gemini video, sometimes our choices are, our options and our choices are limited. There are limitations. I'm not like going to be unrealistic and say you can do absolutely anything you want in the whole world, because that's, you know, physically that's not always true, is it? But we do have choices, and we do have the power of choice. And again, as I said in the Gemini video, we don't have to choose struggle. I don't know who needs that, but yeah, I guess because I'm looking at the Five of Swords. I think the point I made with Gemini is that the world and life will throw struggles at us anyway. So why should we add to that by consciously choosing struggle, whatever that means for you? Right, one more. We have the Two of Pentacles. I'm just going to get one for that, actually, for the Two of Pentacles. Jesus, look, you've got all the, what's the two that's missing? The Two of Cups, well, the Two of Cups is already there. So you may have, well, this is a future energy, but I guess it's a heads up. Whatever choices you're making or the options that you're looking at, it needs to come from your heart, because that's the one that's missing from this group. It's here as a central point, but it's missing from this group. You've got all the twos together here. She's got mental choice, that she's weighing up the physical options, the actions to take, but what is it the heart wants? What is it the heart wants? Pay attention to that, to move forward and rebuild. And then finally, your advice with the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups and the Moon, the emotions. It's uncovering those hidden emotions, what your heart wants. So yeah, let's just, I mean, I'll clarify it, but yeah, see if there's anything else to add, any more context or anything like that. Ace of, wow, look at that. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I can see where this is. It's given a little bit more context, but I think we've already got the gist of it at this point. And is that the King? Yeah, King of Cups. You got to know what your heart wants and acknowledge that and do something with it. With that Ace of Pentacles, do something with it, because it will bring you your bliss. Consider your values. Consider what's important to you. Again, with the King of Cups, mastering those emotions. And with the Queens, so like the Queen of Cups, she has the emotion, she feels the emotion, she knows the emotions. The King of Cups is the one that he does something in the world with that, doesn't he? Because the kings are the ones that take action, and they are leaders, and he will do something with that. She will feel it, but he will do more with it than you know, because that's just the roles that they have in the tarot. So take that out into the world and do something with it. Do something with whatever it is that your heart wants. Let's get you some final advice from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck to wrap your reading up, Sagittarius. Still hearing the bloody thong song in my head. I feel like I'm going to be hearing that all day now. And just a reminder of that through the fire energy as well, because that may be in how you approach whatever it is that you want. That's from the heart. You may need to have that kind of risk taking, you know, through the fire energy. Remember your spark. Remember that spark I saw in the that you have a spark that makes the fire burn more brightly. Ooh, I like that as a title. That might be your title, by the way. Hang on, I've got okay, this card does not belong in here. I've just noticed it is purity. I'll put it away, but purity, so that might mean something to someone. Pure heart, pure intentions, I would say, but take it as you will. So final guidance for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. We have two cards. Oh God, no, I can't take that many. I'm going to try that again for you because I was hoping to keep my readings to 30 minutes. I know yours is going to be over, which is no shock because I talked so much at the beginning, but I do want to, I don't want to overwhelm you. I've already overwhelmed you probably with info. So just one card, please. One card of guidance for, you've got two. Okay, we'll take the two. You've got, oh wow, I love that. You've got no Skunk Spirit, know your worth, and Stag Spirit, take the lead. So know your worth, I said know your values, not your heart wants. You don't have to choose struggle. And then Stag Spirit, take the lead is where you take what your heart wants into the world and do something with it. And again, you have a spark that can make the fire burn brighter. So first of all, 54, Skunk Spirit. What do you value? What do you believe in? Is your best, most authentic self on display? Skunk Spirit comes as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values, but you can walk with your head high knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity and will be inspired by it. That's your spark, by the way. Be who you are, and if your reputation precedes you, good, you have much to be proud of, and Skunk Spirit wants you to be your best self, the true you. Protection message says, not everyone will appreciate you. Many people have issues of their own to address and you may trigger something in them, but if so, no matter. Skunk Spirit calls you to be fully yourself without apology. Now is the time for honesty and admitting something does not sit right for you. You deserve the self-respect that comes when you courageously choose to stand up for yourself and speak your truth in love. Remember who you are and what really matters to you and act with integrity. You will be so glad you did. So remember, it was the Seven of Wands at the beginning, standing up for what the heart wants. So speak, what does it say? Speak your truth in love. Okay, let's look at Stag Spirit, which is 58. So whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called to step up to the forefront of your life. Stag Spirit is a reminder that now is a time to heed the call to be sure, strong and compassionate. Others will look to you and you have it within you to see through the eyes of Stag Spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibilities that are yours. That are yours now, and model integrity in all that you do and in all your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that Spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. That authentic word keeps on coming up, doesn't it? Protection message says, others may not be as far along as you are on your journey. I don't quite align with that, in the sense that I'm just sharing an opinion. We're all on such different journeys, we can't compare them. So this whole thing of who's as far as who and whatever, it's just pointless. It's a moot point, isn't it, really? But anyway, when Stag Spirit appears in the protection position, you are called to be compassionate and patient as you find yourself leading the way. When others struggle to follow you, they may be unsure that you can be trusted, challenging you to be kind and strong, challenging your value and questioning your worth. Know that Spirit has put you in this place at this time for a purpose and will not abandon you when you need help with your new responsibilities. Or perhaps you are actually uncomfortable leading, maybe temporarily trapped by your small self and are therefore promoting yourself too strongly, afraid that others might see weakness or imperfection in you. Let go of your fears and let Stag Spirit remind you that you have what it takes to lead wisely and ethically if you practice self-honesty and listen to others who wish to support you. So first and foremost, when we take the lead, we have to lead ourselves, don't we, before we can even lead anyone else. So just bear that in mind. Also, just a reminder again, new moon solar eclipse in Libra, 2nd of October. Pluto goes direct in Capricorn, 12th of October, and then the full moon is mid-October as well. So that might be helpful for you to look up if you feel like it. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope October goes really well for you. And again, I just feel like reiterating, you have a spark that makes the fire burn brighter. So I'll see you in a couple of weeks when I come back for the mid-monthlies. Take care, Sagittarius.